What's going on, everyone? This is Carlos Gracida from Smokin Barbecue, and you're watching So Smokin Gooder Show. Toma!
My name's Greg Minotti with Drop Time Smoke, and you are watching the So Smokin Gooder Show.
It's a what?
So Smokin Gooder Show.
It is the So Smokin Gooder Show. All right. Are you ready? Yep. You can handle this? There we go. 3.
I'm First Class Barbecue Robert Smith, and you're watching the So Smokin Gooder Show.
You said it wrong, dummy. Do it again.
So Smokin Gooder Show.
One more time.
So Smokin Gooder Show.
Are you ready to turn up the heat?
1. Let's go!
Because you've just tuned in to the one and only So Smokin Gooder Show. We're coming to you live from Bullhorn Barbecue headquarters in Cypress, Texas. This is the show where we talk all things barbecue and brews, and you better believe we're here to have a good time. Get ready for the man who knows barbecue like the back of his hand, the guy who can tell you the difference between an IPA and a stout blindfolded, and the life of every party, your barbecue pitmaster and the host with the most, Rob Arocha. Whether you're part of the Gooder Gang or just here for the special guests, barbecue competition updates, or maybe even to rate some boxes, strap in, fire up those smokers, and crack open a cold one, because the So Smokin Gooder Show starts now.
Yes, what is up, Gooder Gang? It's a little after 8 o'clock on a Wednesday, March the 20th, just flying through 2024. Man, do y'all like that intro? I love that intro. I got to give a shout out to Nick Panagopoulos and his crew. He's with the Barbecue 321 podcast, which y'all see as a sponsor of the show, and his crew at Simple Alien Production Company. They are the production company behind a lot of the Michael Simon shows, and of course the ones that we really paid attention to and loved, which was the Barbecue USA show. That whole production company did that little intro for our little show here and our little piece of the interwebs. So thank you, Nick, and the whole crew over at Barbecue 321 and Simple Alien Productions. I must say, probably y'all's finest work. Yeah, I know you do a lot of shows, barbecue shows. You had a lot of our friends on, but man, that was, no, I'm just kidding. But I love it. It is awesome. Thank you so much for doing that. I am going to bring in Producer Ty right off the bat. Let's get Producer Ty in here. What is up, buddy? How are you, man?
What's up, Rob? Happy Wednesday.
Thank you. We missed last week. I was in Dallas. You were coming off a cruise or at a cruise or something, but I was in Dallas with Darian Cosmo and Team Cosmo over at the Ace Hardware Show Convention. It was pretty awesome. I'll produce a video of that real soon. I got to get to working on my editing skills, Ty. So far, it's
me too.
Working. Oh, good. Very nice. How was your trip before we get going, man?
Oh, it was good. Went on a Disney cruise. It was great. Had a lot of fun. Been doing since my back's not hurting as bad now and trying to lose the weight. You know, I'm trying to get out and do more stuff now. Trying not to be all cooped up at home.
I saw that. I'm excited about your weight loss journey. You got to share that too once you get going and do all that and see how we're doing. But yeah, what did you think of that intro? It's pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, I loved it from the second I saw it. And I was, did they put Josh Hill in there because that's your battle? That's your barbecue homie?
Well, no, I didn't have any control over any of it. They just
good choices.
They looked at our, what we have online, and they produced that, and I can't be happier with it, man. It's pretty awesome. I see a lot of the Gooder gangs already checking in. We'll get to them in a moment, but Ty, let's get a sponsor roll going before we get this show started, my man, please.
Absolutely, I got you.
I know you do. I know
I had it queued up.
Do.
There we go.
Shout out to the supportive and outstanding sponsors: Rectag, Smokin' Magic, Cosmos Q Products, KNR Pipeline Services, Race Crew Drum Smokers, Barbecue 321 Podcast, Texas Oil Dust, LC Barbecue, Pinkerton Texas Pit Barbecue, Frisco Ranch Cook-Off at the Crossroads. War Pig Barbecue. Texas Chrome Heroes Foundation. Chicken Fried Barbecue Grind. Navy SEAL Danny Dietz Memorial Classic. Bull Printing Wraps and Graphics. Texas Original Charcoal Products. Got Your Six Culture. We Branded Promotions and the Barbecue Store in Hempstead. Thank you for supporting the So Smokin Gooder Show. Thank you, sponsors. I got some notes from some of our sponsors. Smoke and Magic. Brianna sent me a message recently at the NBBQA National Barbecue Association Awards. Smokin' Magic's beef rub, they got second place with their rib rub in the beef rub category. They were tied for first. In the chicken category, the poultry, they were fourth place. And then their sauces are doing well as well. So if y'all haven't checked out some Smokin' Magic, do so. I saw that the Danny Dietz Memorial Classic made an announcement. Have you guys, are y'all cooking that one? That has always been my nemesis, but last year I broke through finally with the first place rib over at the Danny Dietz Memorial Classic. Well, that date is set. I posted it. That is going to be in September, I think the 13th and the 14th. Let me confirm this real quick while it's on my mind so I don't forget it. It is September 13th and 14th. That's going to be at Jellystone Park in Waller County. Registration opens May 1st, so make sure you get signed up for that one as well. And then if you guys aren't using We Branded Promotions, please do hit up Julie Stanley over at We Branded Promotions. They do a great job. I saw that the Amp Mafia, they got some shirts done on the quick. They got quick turnaround. They do great work. They do screen printing, embroidery, whatever you need. They'll make you look good and look good doing it. All right. Well, thank you to the sponsors that do that. And I've got others, obviously. We will take care of them. But all right. Well, let's next order of business before we get to our guest. We're going to have a first-time guest. He's going to be a follow team for 2024. What does that mean? I'll explain to that in a minute. I've been trying to do this for the last 2 years. But we finally nailed it down. I finally followed up, and I got me a follow team to check in on throughout the year. So that's going to be our guest. What's up, Tuna on Wins in the house? Look what I'm drinking out of, Tuna. Half Fast Cookers. That is my boy over at Half Fast Cookers, Tuna on Win. I got the cup in tonight for sure. All right. I'll get some shout outs to the Gooder Gang in just a moment, but I got to give a big time shout out to Margarita Bobby. You know, Bobby, he was just on the clip. It is his birthday. Happy birthday to Robert Smith from First Class Barbecue. And he is on a roll. Just like in 2021, that man was hot. He's back hot again at 2024. He just secured his 5th qualifier for the Jack. He's got 2 more to get. I think we got 3 months left, maybe 2.5 months, 3 months or so. I don't know. But my money is on him to get the last 2 chips to go auto qualify for the Jack. Shout out to Margarita Bobby. I will see him this weekend in Alvin, Texas as part of his team Bighorn. A couple more housekeeping things before we get to the nuts and bolts of the show. Subscribe, guys. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm going to put out some new videos and whatnot. I'm trying to up that subscriber number. If you guys are checking us out on YouTube, thank you very much. You could probably already subscribe. But if you're on Facebook, Ty will put a link to our YouTube channel. And that way you can go in there and just give it a quick like and subscribe. I would appreciate it. We're trying to get that number over 1,000. We're close. We're about to hit 700. Get us over 700 tonight. Other than that, that's about it for housekeeping. I'm going to be this weekend in Alvin, Texas with Team Bighorn. There's 10 teams, I believe, out there. I'm excited about it. This is my 3rd time to do that with Team Bighorn. So I am excited you guys are going to be out. He shares my birthday. What's up, Wes Garrett? Robert and Wes. Happy birthday, Wes. Appreciate you as well. All right, let's give some shout outs to the Gooder Gang. Speaking of, I saw Brian Underwood's comment. All right, first in, Carlos Calzada. Y'all saw him on the opening credit. Christian Contreras, how are you, my man? I hope you are doing well. I know you were cooking and smoking on the Rio. Sorry, I missed you. I wasn't able to get out there. Larry Vaughn checking in from South Jersey. ZZ Top fan, always a pleasure. The Dude Barbecue, doing well out there. I see you out there, the dude barbecue. Johnny Maggs checking in from the East Coast. Sean Trainer, I liked your comment on the corn dog. That was nice. Corby Simpkins of Doodle Q fame. Yes, I say fame. Josh Criddle, what is up? How are you? Daddy Dutch Barbecue. Robert Leal, what's going on? Jared McCrory, Barefoot Cookers. Who else we got in here? Sean Strader. Kicked ass this weekend where the student whips the teacher. I like it. I like those stories. Eric Arnold, Biggie Barbecue, Daddy Dutch in the house. Bobby Delgado, what is up? Quattro D. Who else? Stacy Hell, what's up, Stacy? I'll see her this weekend. Adriana, what's going on? How are you? Kevin Hernandez, my pits are burning. Greg Scallon, got to cook with Greg. Sorry, Ty. Got to cook with Greg at the Ace Hardware Convention with Team Cosmos. It was a pleasure, Greg. It was first time to meet him. Had a good time out there. Raul Gonzalez, Roy Austin of ChickN Bark, Ashley, what's going on? Hello, Gooder Gang. ChickN Bark's in the house. We got a new ChickN Bark, and it's good. I like it. I like it a lot. We'll have ChickN Bark at the top of the hour. So at 9 o'clock, we'll play that ChickN Bark. In case you're wondering, Mark Suarez. Sebastian, what is going on? Corby Simpkins again. Who else we got? James Minotti, he's here. Wes Garrett, what's up, Gooder Gang? James Dodson, what is up from Limp Brisket? Ricardo checking in. I got some. Speaking of that, if you guys want to send in your Rate My Boxes, go ahead and start doing them now. You can send it to myself or Ty Cobb, and we'll get them up there. Samantha Cherry, what is going on? CB Barbosa, I'll be saying your name a little later in the show, my man. Congratulations. Brandon Perriman, what is going on? Michael Sistrunk, Tim Kirkendall, Tuna win. I already mentioned him already. Tuna, if you know, you know. Luis Rivas, what's going on? Brian Underwood, Tuna sucks. Funny. All right. Seeing Alvin. All right. James Dodson. Very cool. Very cool. Big Family Barbecue. All right. I think we're getting to there's the link. Please go to that link right there and subscribe to the channel. David Moat, what is going on? The promoter at Weatherford did a phenomenal job paying out big money. If you guys do not have that on your calendar for next year, for example, hit a 10th place brisket. I think I got paid $750 or maybe $800. Big money for a 10th place brisket. Sometimes you only get 50. Sometimes you don't get paid for a 10th place brisket. I got paid, and we got paid big money. So I think the first place was $3,100 for each category. My goodness, make sure you put that on the calendar. Sam DeMerit, what is going on? Chingon. There he is, Manuel. Manuel is in the house. Who else we got? Rudy Hinojosa, what's going on? JJ Daly, Cesar checking in. Michelle Martinez, what's up? I'll see her this weekend as well. Kyle and Kevin. All right. Gooder Gang, you guys always bring the best. Y'all are awesome. Y'all are the best part of this show, and I appreciate you. Okay, let's do it. It's time to bring out our guest. I told him he'd be in at 8:12. It's 8:14. We're just a little behind. No big deal, as they say on my buddy's show, Chicken Fried. All right, let's bring him on. Serg in the house, checking in from Last Roundup Barbecue. Are you outside in the dark? What are you doing over there, buddy?
No, I'm here in front of the computer.
I like it. I like it. You're just chilling in your dark room, man. I don't know what's going on out there.
Always.
How are you, my man? Welcome to the show. First time guest. I love having first time guests, and I love seeing new cookers that have taken to this sport that we love. Right? You know, you. I don't know. I'll get into how you got started in this thing, but I love seeing new blood coming to the show and coming to the scene and just take to it, because this is something that we all love. It's, you know, it's not a cheap hobby by any means, but when you get hooked, you get hooked. And glad to see you joining the ranks and getting in, man. How are you? Please introduce yourself to the Gooder Gang. I know you're a big part of it. You've been watching for a while now, and I appreciate that. But first time on the show, please introduce yourself and where are you from, man?
Yeah, so I'm Serg Gracida, out of West Texas, Odessa. I've been here since 01. I'm originally from the Valley, grew up there and moved up here and kind of got stuck up here. So now working in the oil fields and cooking barbecue pretty much. I mean, that's kind of where I'm at now. So I'm a dad. I got 3 kids.
Sorry.
And I got 3 kids and you know, just living it up. Just living it up, man.
3 kids, moved up there in 01. How long do you think you were going to be up there?
I didn't even want to come over here. So uh, it happens. I mean, you get stuck in West Texas, and that's kind of what happens.
Hey man, oil field. Yeah, I love guys can make some money up in there. Hope you're one of them. Hope you're doing that as well with you're doing I talked to you a little bit about it. You water treatment or checking out what exactly?
Yeah. So yeah, I'm a measurement technician
There it
for a
is.
water disposal company. So I'm all over the place. A lot of miles on the road. I mean, from Big Spring to Carlsbad, New Mexico, and anywhere in between. So we're kind of all over the place.
All right, so you're just now getting in, right? When did you start cooking? When did you start? When was your first contest?
So my first comp was pretty much a year ago to the day. I can't remember the exact day. I want to say it was in March. Had my first comp here in Odessa. Honestly, I don't even know what got me into it. I mean, I started cooking, and I've been cooking since 2017, um, but nothing serious until last year about this time. It was an IBCA that we had. I didn't even know what sanctioning body was what. I didn't know anything. I just knew that it was a cook off down the road,
Yeah.
and I knew my food was good, but I didn't have very many people to tell me. I mean, people that tried it always said that it's good, it's good, it's good.
Best,
But
man. It's the best you've ever had.
yeah, exactly. But when it comes down to the judges, um, that's kind of what I was wanting, that blind box type feedback from other people. So I did pretty good on my first comp. Ended up, I want to say, I was fifth overall. I walked all
Nice.
three categories. Walked in chicken, brisket, and ribs. My third place brisket. Um, I can't remember. I think it was like a 10th rib and like a fifth chicken or some shit like that. But yeah, I mean, it turned out good. And from that point on, man, that was it. I you know was
So
hooked on it.
how did you learn about competition barbecue, and what did you know going into it? What were you kind of expecting?
Well,
And what give me a couple of shockers that after you arrived on the scene as to what you thought you were going into and what you actually walked into.
well, first of all, I thought I knew how to cook back then, and that yeah, I've come a long way since then. Um, my ribs looked like crap that day, and it was super cold. I want to say it was in the 30s, and just I didn't know much then. You know what I mean? I had a drum. I had my drum. I can't remember what else I cooked on. I think I had my two drums actually. Uh, but I didn't know. I didn't know anything. I knew how to season, and I thought my food was good. So that's kind of what I went with it. I didn't
All
know
right.
about tenderness. I didn't know about anything. So I just went in and cooked, and I ended up, with those three. I think I made $100 that day.
Well,
So
there's a lot of tools that you can use right now, right? Getting into it now as opposed to even 5 years ago. There's YouTube, got a lot of information out there or whatever. What did you what kind of tools are you using right now? First year in, have you taken any classes? You don't have to disclose that or not, but if you have, great. If not, great as well. But there are a lot of tools out there just on the internet you can check out some videos and you just a lot of the eagle eyes out there are always watching videos and picking up one or two little tidbits that can help them.
yeah, YouTube was a big deal. That's kind of where I started looking at stuff. I can't remember. I tried looking for that old video when I first realized what competition barbecue was, and I can't find it on YouTube. But that's kind of where it all started from. It was a video out of Lubbock, and I want to say it had to have been the Red Raider meat
Yeah.
ribeye cook off. So, but I know I was never able to find that video again, and that's kind of where it all started, of course. And then I started watching the Franklin, the PBS series of brisket stuff, and I was actually afraid to cook a brisket back then. I always grilled, you know, fajitas and South Texas type style type uh, barbecuing. Um, but as far as like getting into like the smoking the meats, really didn't know much about it. So Whenever we moved into the new house in 2017, that's when I bought my first offset. Just an Academy one. I didn't even know how to use it then, but since then, I've gotten used to it. But I cook on my drums now, so.
Well, for those that don't know, you heard me mention you're going to be our follow team for 2024. I've been meaning to do this for a couple of years now. In fact, I reached out, had initial talks with like Vincent and his wife over at Reggie Q. I was going to do something with them. DD Barbecue, I asked him at one point to do something like that. And I feel like I got a good idea of who's going to like really take to this and like continue to up their game and learn and do this in there. And so unfortunately we didn't follow through. I didn't follow through with Reggie Q or DD, but I feel like I've got one here that you in yourself that it's going to take to this thing. I can already tell you kind of dove in head first, like a lot of us do in this sport. And I feel like you kind of have to do that to continue to grow and do well, because it is as hard to win a contest as it's ever been in barbecue. There's so many good teams out there, so much information out there. Anytime you get a walk these days or win a contest for certain, you should definitely feel proud, because it is as tough as it's ever been to win a barbecue contest all across the nation, man. It is hard to win. And for somebody like yourself that is starting out, within a year, you've already at the Weatherford contest, you beat 14 out of 110 or how many teams out there, 14th overall. That's pretty solid. That's something you should definitely be proud of, and take that and run with it, man. So how do you feel going into these contests right now? Because you see a lot of the people you've seen, a lot of these guys are almost celebrities nowadays that you see out there. And when you run into them at a contest, what's your thoughts and what's your feelings out there?
So as of when you had Danny and Ube Braun on the show, I had the whole mentality of who's going to be at that contest. You know what I mean? You, Phil, Fred, and all the big dogs are gonna be there. Well, after Danny said the statement that he made of just go and cook your food, just cook it. When he said that, I took it to heart. You know what I mean? It was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go throw it at him. You know what I mean? And see what happens. I'm pretty confident with my stuff. I practice all the time. I don't do a lot of comps because we don't get very many out here. When we do, I'm gonna be there. But mentally, and everybody talks about it all the time, it's a mental game, and it really is. When I cook at the house, I'm cooking to timelines. I'm cooking to, when do I need to put on the chicken? When do I need to put on the briskets? When is stuff getting wrapped? And I have a little book with all my times for each category. So I'm pretty confident going into. I know how long it's going to take. So I'm confident when it comes to it. So that's kind of the mentality that I had going into Weatherford. My goal to Weatherford was just to make all my turn-ins. So I aim low. You know what I mean? And
I like it.
And one of my goals for this year was to hear my song, and I already accomplished it. So on to the next one. You know what I'm saying?
What did you walk in Weatherford? Oh, go ahead, Ty. Producer Ty's announced. Come on, Bubba. Come on.
What's your song?
Rambling Gambling Man by Bob Seger.
Oh, nice. What made you pick that? Has it got a sentimental value?
So before I got it real heavy into barbecue, I got real heavy into craps, and I built a craps table and a full-size craps table, and I was practicing, and I used to play all the time with strategies and stuff like that. That kind of went to the burner once I started cooking, but it's just, I'm a Bob Seger fan. I'm a classic rock fan, and love Bob Seger. And when I heard that Rambling Gambling Man, I was like, that's totally it. The intro to that song is a pretty cool walk-up song. So
I'm familiar. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I wanted to know. I love the pageantry of the Memphis in May, the Royal, the Jack. I love all that, but there's something about like picking a song, doing all your turn-ins, hearing your song, and walking up. Like I get adrenaline when I hear like the Dukes of Hazzard song with Tom Clark, because I'm always with him, and you dap each other up and everything. I love that. So yeah, I wanted to know what genesis of the song was.
Well, so I listen to that song all the time, and like I talk about, it's a mental game. Whenever I hear that song, I visualize a walk. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And on the way to Weatherford, I just kept listening to it, because I cook by myself, and I was telling myself something's gonna happen, and sure enough, it, it's a ninth place chicken, but in that field, a ninth place, and a 14th
Oh,
overall
that's dude.
for my
Great showing.
second CBA, So yeah.
That's a hell of
Well,
a show.
I look forward to you cooking tomball sometime and me getting to play your song, brother.
That'd be awesome.
All right, I'll check back in later.
All right, Ty. More Ty is what the Gooder Gang needs. Great question, Ty. And I love hearing guys walk-up songs that actually have meaning behind that. You mentioned, does that craps table fit in the trailer? Because that would be a good Friday night. I don't know if that would be a good Friday night thing. A Thursday, if we get to a contest early, that'd be a good Thursday night thing. Have Serge with his crap table out there and craps table, and we would do good for sure. That would be a lot of fun.
It's pretty heavy, but
you need to make a lighter one. You need to make a travel version of this thing, and we'll see it out there. You did do awesome. There's Smoking Stash. What's up, man? Meat's in the house. Aaron made the trip down and was at Weatherford. Great to see Aaron with Man Meat Barbecue. He actually supplied some product for the first place. They didn't get enough with that $3,100. They also got some Man Meat Barbecue products. So what a great event, man. What did you think of the whole Weatherford experience?
Oh, it was awesome. It was awesome. I mean, the weather kind of sucked. Friday.
The wind came through.
Yeah, the wind came through. It got pretty cold. But
Aaron says, "Don't tell anybody I was there." Yeah, you were okay. You're on the video. You're on my little video though for a split set. You make a cameo, Aaron. But yeah, the weather did come through Friday. I didn't get there late. That's one of the latest I've ever showed up at a contest, by the way. 9:30. But yeah, the weather.
I saw you roll up right after state turn in. So
yeah, it was late. It was late for me, but it worked out. It was good. I got beat by my follow team, which I love. I love that. We got 15th overall. You were 14th overall. How awesome in your second CBA. That was your second CBA. Amazing. So what's your schedule? What's your plans for this season?
So I was going to cook some IBCA and some Lone Star that we have around here, but I think I just want to keep it all for the CBAs that we're fixing to have. So we're going to have the Andrews one. I believe it was a doubleheader, but I guess they canceled one day, so it's just a single 4-meat. And I believe it is a state championship.
Nice.
So I will be cooking that one. And then the next month, there's Fort Stockton. And after that, I believe Smoking in the Mountains. I'll be there also. So
those are some great events that you're going to do. So I didn't follow up with my follow team, what the follow team is. We're going to be checking in with Serge. What's up? There's Fred Robles. We're going to be checking in with Serge, every, third month or so throughout the rest of the year to see how you're doing, to see what you're picking up. If you learned anything after the, last time we talked to you. But I think it's going to be fun to track your progress. And of course, we'll be checking in with you. I'll be making announcements of how you did, or, maybe we'll see how it goes. But then, of course, after a third month, I'll bring you back on and, chat for just a moment and see how you've been and see, how are things going out on the trail. And I appreciate you agreeing to that. That's going to be pretty cool. I think it's pretty neat. What do you think about the having a group? The Gooder Gang is going to be tracking how Serge does out on the comp trail.
Yeah, that's kind of nerve-wracking. but whenever you asked me, I was like, should I do it? I mean, I had been building the trailer, so I built the trailer. I didn't completely build it. I mean, the shell of it, the inside, I completely
built it out.
I built it out. And once I got your message, I'm like, if I want to do it, now I'm going to do it now. So that's when I decided to, agree, and they said, let's do it. Let's do it. So,
dude, I've seen your photos already. You're already producing some really good. You might have went to the Bill Purvis School of Instagram photos, but man, You're
I
producing
appreciate it.
some really good products out there as far as turn-ins, right? Or at least photos,
Yes.
right? Not sure if those are actually,
So
those may be home cooks, but man, I look at those. You sent me a photo earlier, and I told you, I said, man, that looks great. That's amazing. You got some great color. You got great pepper on it. It looked great, man. And so you're already ahead of the curve, man. A lot of the guys that are watching, it took a long time to get to that level, but I think you're already there.
well, the whole photography thing. I mean, I did that. Started photography probably 2015, 2014, something like that. I got pretty deep into it, just like I did all these little hobbies that I get into. Man, I kind of laser focus for and learn the craft before I start doing stuff. So once the barbecue started hitting, uh, my first rack of ribs that I actually cooked, I used the Boar's Night Out stuff, and I was like, man, that color came out, and I was all proud of them. Looking back on it now, I'm like, it might have tasted good, but it looks like crap. So, but yeah, so the whole photography thing, that's kind of where that comes from, you know. I just
That's
want to
great,
produce
man.
good
And
food.
that'll help you. That'll help you in the barbecue game, obviously. People eat that up, man. People love photos of food, man. People, obviously there's a whole Instagram foodie group and whatnot. And some of the stuff that you're putting out, man, is going to be great. It's going to help your brand. It's going to help you grow a little bit. And you're going to learn a lot just from taking photos and getting some feedback over there. Buzz Barbecue, what is up, man? I watched your video today, Rob. Great content. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Googan Barbecue, what is going on? Appreciate you guys checking in from the YouTubes. Yeah, so I can understand it can be nerve-wracking, but don't worry about us. Yeah, we're just here to support you, and you got a whole group of people called the Gooder Gang that you can lean on. If you have any questions, for sure shoot them my way, and I'll help you as best I can. And of course you got a whole team of people back there is going to be supporting you as well, because we do want to see you do well, man. We want to see you go out there and this sport is something that everybody here watch. If you're watching this show on a Wednesday, you obviously love barbecue or what it's done for you, or something about it has got a hook into you that it does. And so to see a new blood come in, like I mentioned, Reggie Q, now they're killing it right now. They got their own rubs out there. DD Barbecue, he has a hold on reserve grand champions. That man, he's gonna hit that GC real soon. But Louis Gonzalez with DD Barbecue. It's great to see these guys have success pretty early on. Kevin Hernandez is another one. The guy came on the scene and he immediately is pretty hot, right? So we love seeing new blood come in here. It invigorates a lot of us out there that have been doing a little while, and we want to continue to keep up and stay ahead of the curve and whatnot. So it's great to see like people like yourself come in here, take to it, understand that it's more than just a hobby. It's you mentioned it, you study, you do all this stuff. It takes a lot to go out there and win. And like I mentioned, it is as hard as it's ever been to win a contest right now as it's ever been. People are learning all different ways and doing well and competing. And of course, it's all up to the judges anyway. So it's all good.
Yeah. Like I said, I tell myself this all the time: cooking's the easy part. So once that the pits are lit, I mean, that's the easy part. It's everything that leads up to it. You know what I'm saying? It's my mind is in the game before I start a competition, at least 2 weeks before the comp even starts. You know what I mean? I'm going over in my head, what I'm gonna do, what needs to happen, what do I need to have, stuff like that. Going over all the meat selections. It's one of my favorite things to do, is finding my own meat. So except for pork, I can't find pork in West Texas. So
no y'all don't have HEBs, do you?
Yeah, we have HEB, but it's just the selections aren't very well. They're not very good. So I do have Midland Meat down the road.
I was gonna say you got Midland Meat down there.
Yeah, and that's usually where I'm getting my proteins. Our office is literally a block away from Midland Meat Company, so I'm always in and out of that place.
Call Aaron.
But yeah, I see Aaron every once in a while. I'll go say hi to him. So,
that's a great spot. If y'all have not been, if you're in that area in West Texas and Midland, go to Midland Meat. The half acre. It's pretty cool. They had we had Fred did a class out there. I can't remember who all was doing a class, but I remember Fred for sure was doing some pork trimming and whatnot. And it was pretty cool. That whole venue back there is really nice. And they had great food, man. It was a good time. Of course, Aaron back there, probably the head pit master or whatnot.
That's initially where I met you, Rob, was that class.
Yeah, we met there. We were parked right next to each other. Everything tried to kill us out there in Midland. The heat, the mesquite bush things that were trying to go through my shoe, and then y'all have the biggest ants that I've ever seen out in Midland, Texas. That was pretty crazy.
Yeah, those goat heads stickers, man. Those
that was terrible too. That was terrible too.
And I've been in the oil field since 2016. Actually, no, 2013 is when I started in the oil field. So I've been in it for a little bit, and I'm used to the weather. But that day was brutal. That was brutal. So.
Speaking of DD Barbecue, look who just showed up, Louis Gonzalez. We were just talking about you, Louis, talking about how I wanted you to be a follow team, and I never followed up. But you do have a stranglehold on that reserve grand champion belt, my man. We'll get you. You'll get your GC soon enough.
Hey, once you GC, there's going to be a special one. That's going to be a good one.
All right. So outside looking in, before you kind of met a lot of these people, who were some of the people that you kind of wanted to go up against or meet or do something like that?
So honestly, man, I really didn't care for going up against anybody. I was pretty much going up against myself the whole time. I mean, even
that's a great attitude. That's a great attitude.
It wasn't like, oh well, I want to beat this guy, I want to beat that guy. No, I wanted to prove to myself that yes, I did have good stuff, and to this day, it's the same thing. You know what I mean? I kind of got in the mentality of oh well, Aaron's going to be there or all these the big guys. You know what I mean? And as of when Danny said that, ever since then, it's been like, you know what? Screw it. Just go throw your stuff at him. Fred told me at that class, or I think after that class, he says, just throw it at him. Doesn't matter what anybody thinks, you just throw it. If it's going to stick, it's going to hit. And that's the mentality I have these days. It's just whatever. You know what I mean? Just go do my thing, and if it hits, it hit. If it hits, if it doesn't, it doesn't. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I'm just trying to cook middle of the road. Middle of the road barbecue is what I'm trying to cook these days. I mean, I'm not trying to, overdo stuff like I did at the very beginning where I thought you had to put this and this and this and this. No, it's just middle of the road. You know what I mean? Make it tender and throw it at them. See what happens.
Yep, just turn in good food and put it in the box. James Minotti in the house. What's up? Uwe Braun's in the house. Ty made a cool little Uwe dance. I think it's a good Uwe Braun, my favorite German barbecuer, and he says I'm the only German barbecuer. Well, you're still my favorite one, Uwe, and I appreciate that. And he GC'd the big CBA World Championship. That man is now a world champion. And you mentioned him and Danny, and I love the fact that you're something you heard on the show is sticking with you and kind of in your head when you're going out there and competing, because you did do well. Like I mentioned, 14th overall at the Weatherford. All the big guys were there. 100 plus teams out there. That's a great showing. Is that something that you're hanging your hat on at the moment right now? Is that your best showing? Or
honestly, I mean, that's the same stuff I cook every time when I decide to practice here at the house. You know what I mean? It's the same stuff. It's the same recipes, same injections, same everything that I'm doing. I mean, I don't know what else to say. You know what I mean? It's just like that's what I do.
Well, we say you got to cook good food, put yourself in the ballpark, and then you got to get lucky, man. Because a lot of these guys, I've heard it. Also the best food isn't placing the best, right? You gotta hit the right tables. You got to do well. Tom Fuentes in the house. Stupid beer. Andy Reyes. What is going on? And Cesar. He didn't like that. I don't know. Is that what was going on there? I don't know. All right. So later in the show, I'm going to ask you back. Is there anything that we didn't touch on that you want to bring up before we get you going, because I feel like we got a good baseline for who you are right now. And then, like I mentioned, 2 months down the road, 3 months down the road, we'll come back to you, see how you're doing. You mentioned you're going to be doing about a cook-off a month, so maybe you'll have 2 or 3 under your belt by the time we get back to you. Dead laughing, there it is. Okay. By the time we get back to you to check in on you and see how you've been and see what you're doing, man. I'm excited for you. I think you're gonna do well, man. Like I mentioned, I had my eye on some guys earlier, and they're killing it right now. So I feel like the same thing is gonna happen with Serg and last Roundup Barbecue. He's not coming back to you. He never got back with me. I am. You didn't even get this far, Louie, and that's my fault, not your fault. I promise you. Yeah, for sure. Great work, Serg. Yeah. So if you have any questions for Serg, put them in the comments. Ty will star them, and we'll definitely ask him in a moment. But I do want you to think ahead. We're going to do your barbecue homie. You're going to do your Mount Rushmore. And one of my favorite things to ask you is, who almost made that Mount Rushmore? He was in the gift shop down at the bottom of the mountain, man, because that's some good information as well. So you got your 4 Mount Rushmore, you got your gift shop guy, and then you got your barbecue homie. And then anything else you want to stick around for some Rate My Boxes as well. All right. Absolutely, there's some questions. There are some questions that are coming in. So again, if you have questions for Serg, again, he's going to be our follow team for 2024. We're going to come back to him in 3 months, 2 to 3 months, and then we'll come back to him a couple more times throughout the year before the year closes. And as quickly as March is already here, that's going to be here before you know it, man. It's pretty crazy.
Well, one of my goals is to cook the briscoe. So I would like to end that one. You know what I mean? And just go. That's the Kumite of barbecue, Texas barbecue, I guess.
And then we can catch up with you towards the end of the year, and that'll be the final one. Yeah. So all right, we got the last one planned out. There you go, right there. Briscoe is such a great event. Wade and his crew do a phenomenal job. Obviously, there's 170 teams made it over there last year. So he's doing something right. The venue, the Friday night, everything about it is professional. It's a good one. So excited for you to be there. All right, Sean Strader's in the house still. He's saying your name here in just a moment. I am gonna get Serg. I'm gonna drop him down in a moment. And Serg, you'll be back here right in just a few more minutes. So we'll get you back out here. But for now, I'm gonna do the upcoming events segment and the bull printing wraps and graphics wrap-up recap. So all right, Serg, we can drop you down. Ty, drop him down. And we will get our music going. There's the Danny Dietz Memorial Classic logo down in the corner. Again, September 13th and 14th. It's going to be KCBS. It's going to be at Jellystone Park in Waller. And registration opens May 1st. All right. We're going to do the wrap-up. There it is right there. We're going to do the Bull Printing Wraps and Graphics wrap-up recap, sponsored by Bull Printing Wraps and Graphics in the Champions Barbecue Alliance. This is 2 weeks, guys, because I missed last week. I do want to give some proper shout-outs to the people that won. All right, so the Taste of Texas, the grand champion was Rini Gonzalez from Gonzalez Family Barbecue. Hashtag all-purpose AP rub. Sorry. There we go. RGC Reyes Sepulveda from Texas Sweet Heat Barbecue. The Barnyard Cook-Off we just mentioned. Eddie Morales, the grand champion at the Pitfather Barbecue. I don't think we have an updated one for Eddie. The RGC, y'all saw his video. I think Ty will cue that up here in just a second. Carlos Calzada from Smokin Los Barbecue.
What's going on, everyone? This is Carlos Calzada from Smokin Los Barbecue, and you're watching the So Smokin Gooder Show. Toma!
There he was. Congratulations, Eddie and Los. This weekend, we have the JD's Give Back Festival. The grand champion, Robert Smith, First Class Barbecue. It is also his birthday. Ty, you got that one queued up? It's the what?
So Smokin Gooder Show.
It is the So Smokin Gooder Show. All right. Are you ready? Yep. You can handle this? There we go. 3.
I'm First Class Barbecue Robert Smith, and you're watching the So Smokin Gooder Show.
You said it wrong, dummy. Do it again.
So Smokin Gooder Show.
One more time.
So Smokin Gooder Show.
All right, that was Robert Smith. The RGC was Stephen Oler from Big O's Barbecue. That was in Clute, Texas. And over in Christine, the Christine Volunteer Fire Department. CB Barbosa is in the house tonight. Dirty Smoke, the grand champion. Congratulations. The RGC, Steve and Tara Mihalski, Backward Jacks. That is awesome. It was great to see that. Congratulations to all of the big winners last weekend in the Champions Barbecue Alliance. Over in the IBCA, we got 2 pages because I missed last week. 11th Annual ABC Burnin' Meat Cook-Off. Grand Champion Zach Smith from Meat Locker Misfits. The RGC, there he is, Robert Liao. He's in the comments right now. Cooking under 24-hour safety. All right, there it is. And not Hitman Barbecue. Okay, 28th Annual CHTR Barbecue Cook-Off. Grand Champion Isaac Meyer from Free Smoke Barbecue. The RGC Sam Freeze Triple Up Barbecue. If I'm saying that wrong, please correct me. Louis, I need one from you, my man. We need an intro from you. Good Times, Texas Made, first annual cook-off grand champion. There she is. Elisa Hernandez, Smoke Ya Ash. That is the daughter of Michelle Martinez. Congratulations. She kicked back. But James Minotti's in the comment. RGC, James Minotti from Chillin' and Grillin' Texas Barbecue. Iola, the Volunteer Fire Department Cook-Off. Grand Champion Robert Foreman from Pitsin' Me Off Barbecue. There she is, my baby. Grand Champion, RGC, Stephen Rosnick, or Rozicki. Full Belly Smokers. All right. Then let's go last week, 11th Annual Grinnell Hall Barbecue Cook-Off. Grand Champion Gerald Johnson, Burning My Money. RGC Justin Fortune from On Point Barbecue. 8th Annual Guns and Hoses Cook-Off for Kids. Grand Champion Bradley McBrown, Secondhand Smoke. RGC was Kenley Happy Crew Dog Barbecue. And in Bryan, the Veterans Foreign War Post, 4692. Grand Champion James Brooks, there he is from Boss Barbecue. RGC Patrick Wiltsey from Blue Suede Barbecue. Congratulations to all of the IBCA champions. And over in the Outlaw Barbecue Association. There it is. I did talk to Justin West. I said, is that bar the y'all when we do that? And he's like, absolutely not, man. All right, cool. I didn't think so, but there we go. We got from the man, the president of Outlaw Barbecue Association. Justin says it's cool. Case, continue doing your pew-pews. All right. There it is. Red River Classic 15th Annual Cook-Off. Grand Champion with Kyle Speaker from Barbecue Daddies. Oh, he's on TikTok. He's got a good TikTok. Check him out, Barbecue Daddies. RGC was Craig Cumby from Papa's Q. Limestone County Go Texan Barbecue Cook-Off. Grand Champion Craig Groves from Smokin' Groves Barbecue. And the RGC was Clint Platt from Flat Tire Smokers. And in the Lone Star Barbecue Society, the Rattlesnake Roundup Grand Champion Tino Gutierrez. RGC Daniel Rodriguez. Shelby County Grill Fest Grand Champion Scotty Bryce. There he is from East Texas Smokers. RGC was Jana Smelly. And in Kemah, there it is right there. There they are. Sean Strader with the Grand Champion Drop Time Smoke number 2. Whooped up on the teacher, but they still kicked ass. Greg Minotti from Drop Time Smoke. There they are right there. They're in the comments. All right. And lastly, in the KCBS 6th Annual Latha Barbecue Championship, Grand Champion Pirates of Barbecue Bay. The RGC was Joe Pierce from Slaps. And Smoke on the Shores Barbecue Contest. I think Wes was there. Wes, were you there? I think Wes was there. Grand Champion was Continental Barbecue Cook-Off or Company. Continental Barbecue Company, and the RGC was Bill Hine. Y'all seen him on the show. Triple H Barbecue. All right, man, lots going on. When you miss 1 week, you got to do 2 weeks worth of champions, man, because you guys deserve to get your proper shout outs. All right, we're going to go next for the upcoming events segment, sponsored by the Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off at the Crossroads. There we go. That's going to be December. Oh, I have a new date. I'm sorry, Wade. I got to fix that. The William Billy Leo Foundation La Jolla, Texas. That is a state championship. There it is right there, December 14th and 13th and 14th, 2024. I got to correct my my page up here. Thank you, Ty. Ty's on it, my man. Producer Ty. Texas Station Springfest Barbecue Cook-Off in Gatesville. These are all in the Champions Barbecue Alliance. The inaugural Border Classic Barbecue Cook-Off in Del Rio. Rosenberg Masonic Lodge Cook-Off in Needville. And where I will be, and I think Michelle will be, and Stacy Brenneman, who else we got there? Pit Father Barbecue, Sure Shot Barbecue, James Powell. There's a lot of people that are going to be out there. Alvin Music Festival in Alvin, Texas. Going to have plenty for a state. That'll be a chip. If Robert Smith, if he gets another one, that'd be number 6 out there. All right, over to the IBCA, the second annual NG Barbecue Cook-Off, Normandy, Texas. 4th annual John Heibner Memorial Cook-Off in Shiner. The ABC Pro Rodeo Barbecue Cook-Off in Lubbock. That is a state championship. The Austin, Texas ATX Barbecue Showdown. And then we got the Texas Department of Public Safety Barbecue Cook-Off in Midland. Where's Serge? Serge, you not doing that one? That's in Midland. That's coming up this weekend. That is also a state championship. And over in the Outlaw Barbecue.
Pew, 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 pew.
There. At the 5th annual Spring Freedom is not free. Granbury, Texas. Nothing in Lone Star. And I didn't see anything that's pertinent over in the KCBS. Ace Marquez, what is up, buddy? El Barrio, what's up going on? How are you doing? Greg Minotti, I appreciate you guys checking in and coming in. I appreciate that. We've been visiting with Serge from last Roundup Barbecue. He's going to be our follow team for 2024. We are close to doing we're going to do it right now. I said top of the hour, but we're a little ahead of schedule. So I'm not going to prolong it any longer. We're going to do the ChickN Bark, the latest Truth Masters with Choche. Jorge Flores, for you don't know. Here we go.
Hey, what's up, y'all? We're back with another edition of Truth Masters with Texas Pit Masters. We've got our good friend Choche today. Choche, introduce yourself.
Hello, Jorge Flores II, a.k.a. everybody knows me by Choche. So.
And tell them about your business, where you're from.
Choche's Barbecue and Bar, Eagle Pass, Texas. Born, home, raised, love that town. We're always out here representing Choche's Barbecue and Eagle Pass.
Listen, if y'all aren't familiar with South Texas barbecue, Choche is legit the hottest barbecue restaurant on the border from El Paso to Brownsville. Stop by. We're going to ask you a couple of questions. You ready to go?
Yes, sir.
All right. Give us your guilty pleasure.
Oof, guilty pleasure. Triple stack, McDonald's. Order it. McGriddle. Two sausage patties, extra cheese, bacon. Oof, change your world.
I'm not even mad. That's amazing.
Celebrity crush.
Celebrity crush. Eliza Dushku.
Worst barbecue injury.
Right now, watch. It's always about the burns, baby. Gotta do your blood oath.
Oh, is that today?
No, not today. Anytime I get a new pit, my wife says, you always gotta give your blood oath. Every pit, first time I use, I get burned.
Patos locos forever.
Yeah.
What is the weirdest thing you've ever eaten in barbecue?
When you're raised on the border, it's just, there's no weird things. Everybody thinks, you eat brain, you eat eyeballs, that's weird. I mean, that's just normal. So I don't know. I can't think of a weird thing.
That is the correct answer for border people, by the way. I can attest to that. Okay. What is one of your cooking pet peeves?
When I cannot find my white knit gloves, which I don't know where they are right now, but that is my biggest pet peeve. Not being able to handle the hot, either brisket or whatever, not finding them gloves. I hate that.
Who is a messier person, you or your significant other?
Oh, by far her. She'll know. She'll know when she sees this. She'll know it's her.
He ain't sorry, babe. He ain't sorry. Okay. What is something that people should know about you that they don't know about you?
I am utterly obsessed with learning how to cook every day better. And just, I study this shit so much. People don't realize that about me. That I always tell everybody, the moment you stand still, that's the moment this shit just walks right past you.
Y'all, constant state of refinement. That's how you stay at the top. Listen to this man. Okay, rapid fire round. Hot Wheels or Matchbox?
Hot Wheels.
Mountains or beach?
Beach.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Noise or silence?
Noise.
Chevy or Ford?
Ford.
Salty or sweet?
Salty.
Samsung or iPhone?
iPhone.
Pepsi or Coke?
Coke.
Whataburger or In-N-Out?
Oh, In-N-Out when it was in California.
Carmen Electra or Pamela Anderson?
Carmen Electra.
Nice. Thank you for playing.
Awesome segment. Shout out to Roy Austin and Mark Suarez, the people behind ChickN Bark. That is a lot of fun, man. I love those videos. Keep them coming. I love highlighting them here on this show. So if you guys are not following ChickN Bark, they are on Facebook. That is ChickN Bark. ChickN Bark. Roy, I think he's still in the comments, man. And Mark. That is awesome. Y'all keep them coming. We've seen Eddie Morales do one. We've seen, there it is, Choche. If you guys are ever in Eagle Pass, Texas at the Chupacabra Showdown, is when I got to visit over there. He has an amazing brisket. No doubt why he kicks ass at the San Antonio Rodeo, like 2 years in a row, just dominated. I think he was the RGC this year again as well, or this year as well for Choche's Barbecue, Jorge Flores. But you guys are find yourself in Eagle Pass, make sure you visit his restaurant. It is on the top, Texas Top Monthly. It's great. It's phenomenal. So, all right. What was I just talking about? We've seen, ChickN Bark. I had one. Bill had one. Eddie had one. Alonzo can too. And now Jorge. So, keep it going. All right. Yeah, Serge, you got some fans in there. There's CB Barbosa. What's going on, buddy? Congratulations. All right. Let's bring Serge back. Ty, if you can bring Serge back in. And Ty, if you have a question for Serge before we get to his Mount Rushmore, you're welcome to chime in. If not, that's cool. But there's Eddie Medrano. Eddie was with me at the Ace Hardware show for Cosmos. Great to see Eddie, of course, and his son Dose. Dose and my kids, Evan and Eli, got to cook together and serve a lot of people. It was pretty awesome. I'll put a video out there as well. So again, if you're not following us on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We'd love to have you part of the Gooder Gang over there as well. All right, Serge, what do you think of that ChickN Bark?
Oh man, Chocha seems like an awesome dude.
He is.
You know him saying you got to study the shit. I mean, that's what I do. I mean, same mentality. You know what I mean? It's you got to keep going. I mean, you can't stop. So
one of the things that I remember when I first heard of you, when you were coming onto the scene, you sent me a message and you're like, bro, I've watched every single one of your interviews. And I was like, damn, that's a lot. But I appreciate that, man. And I love having you as part of the show. And now you're on the show, man. And we're excited to have you as the follow team. But that really meant a lot. And I appreciate you with that support, man. That's really cool.
Yeah. Being on the road as much as I am, I mean, putting 1,500 miles a week. I mean, that's, after that first comp that I did, I mean, I had to have it, I knew there was more stuff out there, but didn't know where to find it. And, whenever I discovered you and the show, I was like, this is it. I mean, it's Texas barbecue. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And we say it on the show, shut up and listen. I'm sure you picked up some things.
Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure. That's what I do, shut up and listen.
There you go. There you go. All right, man. We're to the point of the show where we talk about your barbecue Mount Rushmore. Ty will put something up there here in just a minute. There it is. Shut up and listen. Your barbecue Mount Rushmore. And of course, you got that one person that almost made it up on the mountain, but he's in the gift shop. He or she is in the gift shop. So you got 5, you got 4 on the mountain, 1 in the gift shop. And I love the gift shop segment. That's my favorite at the moment, I think. All right. So let's hear it, man. These are people that you've obviously watched the show all the time, right? But people that have inspired you, helped you along the way, just maybe a part of your journey, just whoever that may be. Let's hear it, man. I appreciate you taking the time.
So yeah, this is pretty easy for me. I, in no particular order, I mean, start with Fred Robles. I don't know him personally, but the fact that he's from the Valley and what he's done for the barbecue scene, You know what I'm saying? It's like it means a lot to me. You know, I'm from the Valley, uh, so you know, Fred's one of the goats. So he's pretty straight up. I've talked to him a couple times. Um, you know, he's given me a little bit of advice here and there, not much, but I'm not one to just go and come out and ask somebody. You know what I'm saying? If I have to ask a question, it's something simple. So Fred would be one. Uh, I guess my second one would probably be Robert Sierra. I mean, back whenever I first, you know, discovered the whole Texas barbecue scene, Robert Sierra was he was like he's awesome. I mean, he is Texas barbecue. You know what I'm saying? He's old school, um, and I haven't been able to meet him. I haven't met him yet, but I have talked to him on Instagram and stuff like that. Uh, Seems like a really cool guy, and so I would have to say him. Uh, I think, and I truly mean that. You know, Rob you would be on my Mount Rushmore because as much information as I've learned uh, from Competition Barbecue, I've gotten from your show. So all
Thank
your
you.
guests, just everything. I mean, when I first met you, how down to earth you were, and you're the first one to come up to me, you know, at Aaron's class. Um, you know, we start talking. You didn't know who I was at the time, and then I ended up cooking next to you, and you know, so it means a lot to be on your show and everything that you do for the community. I appreciate it.
Thank you, bro.
And my number four or last one would be the Pope. I mean, Ernest is. Whenever I started first watching Barbecue Pitmasters, I mean, I saw Ernest on there, and I was like, man, if he could do it, I could do it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, he's inspired me since day one. From you know whenever he was on the show, what was 2010, 2012, something like that, when the show was coming out. So I didn't have a pit, but I was like, man, he pretty much comes from South Texas, you know what I mean? And he's out there, you know, killing it. Back then, I haven't been able to go to Burnt Bean, but that's it'll be on my bucket list for sure to meet the Pope and you know, just tell him thank you for everything. So even though he doesn't know me.
That's a solid list, man. Yeah, Fred Robles. He's inspired a lot of people. He's on my Mount Rushmore as well. Robert Sierra, what a great ambassador for barbecue, Texas barbecue especially. Ernest Cervantes is amazing. He helped a lot of people along the way. He's very approachable. He's just a super dude. And I'm honored that you put me up there as well, man. Somebody said I was going to cry. Probably after the show, I might have a little tear. But, hey, thank you so much, man. All right, so
I mean it, Rob.
I appreciate that, man. Hey, that means a lot. Anytime I hear my name mentioned here is amazing to me, and I'm truly humbled. Thank you very much. All right, so we got to put somebody in the gift shop. Who's in your gift shop down at the Mount Rushmore gift shop?
So that would be Rini Gonzalez, Gonzalez Barbecue, man.
Blow and smoke, AP Rub, bro.
We went to high school together. So
what's up, Aaron? Did y'all really?
Yeah. So we're from Raymondville. I think he's a year younger than me. So we played football together. We didn't hang out with him back then, but whenever I had my first comp, I knew that Rini was a competitor. So I contacted him, and man, he was an open book, man. He told me everything. He told me everything what to do. I never asked him for recipes, but just the little techniques, little stuff that he was telling me to do. And to this day, you know, whenever I got that ninth place call, I sent Rini a message and told him that I walked, and you know, he responded. He's like, "Man, that's awesome. He's awesome." So I'll put Rini there. I mean, he's a solid cook. I mean, you know that.
Rini played football. Yes, Rini played football. You know, he is great. I love him and his family. Gonzalez Family Barbecue. It's fun. They are strong competitors out on the circuit for certain.
Absolutely.
I love hanging out with them. What's up, Aaron? Leslie's in the house. Twisting Sausage Wednesday. Okay. All right. Nice. That's okay. A little too much TMI. There we go. All right. What a great Mount Rushmore and a perfect a gift shop person. Rini and his family are amazing. They're great. All right, so now you got your barbecue homie. You know, you're up in the West Texas area. That's why there's Brian Keene rubbing my ass in the bull. Oh, Brian Keene, Brownwater Night, and I'm on. Oh, maybe we'll see.
Shit.
Brian Keene is in Alvin, where my trailer is currently sitting right now. I'm not there, but my trailer is. He says rubbing my ass on the bullhorn trailer. All right, well, clean it while you're there. Maybe it'll clean up a little bit. All right, so let's talk about your hashtag barbecue homie, Serge. Who we got?
So I don't cook enough to actually have somebody that I cook with all the time. But if I could, I think it'd be Anthony Montez. Yeah, I saw him on the chat.
Ty will
Anthony,
highlight his comment, I'm sure.
Yeah, Anthony contacted me back then. Whenever I first started doing it, he's like, "Man, he said I like what you're doing, or whatever." So I can't remember when that was, but me and Anthony talk, pretty frequent, and yeah. So I would say Anthony. I mean, he's a cool guy, and we talk barbecue all the time. So that would be it.
I love it. Hey, that's awesome, man. Anthony Montez is your hashtag barbecue homie, and you had a great Mount Rushmore. Serge, it's been awesome. Are you going to stick around while we do some rate my boxes?
Yeah, absolutely. All
right. So we got a few more people that came in after we started the show, Ty. So let's give another shout out to Nick Panagopoulos with Barbecue 321 podcast and Simple Alien Productions. They produced an amazing little intro for our show, and I'm so happy and I'm so proud of it. It is great, and thank you. I can't thank you enough, but these are the production team behind Barbecue USA and a lot of the Michael Simon shows that you see on the Food Network. They did an intro for our show right here. Ty's going to play that for you. For those that are just checking in, check this out. I'm excited about it.
Are you ready to turn up the heat?
1, let's go!
Because you've just tuned in to the one and only So Smokin Gooder Show. We're coming to you live from Bullhorn Barbecue headquarters in Cypress, Texas. This is the show where we talk all things barbecue and brews, and you better believe we're here to have a good time. Get ready for the man who knows barbecue like the back of his hand, the guy who can tell you the difference between an IPA and a stout blindfolded, and the life of every party, your barbecue pitmaster and the host with the most, Rob Arocha. Whether you're part of the Gooder Gang or just here for the special guest, barbecue competition updates, or maybe even to rate some boxes, strap in, fire up those smokers, and crack open a cold one, because the So Smokin Gooder Show starts now.
Pretty cool. What do you think, Serge?
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, you showed it to me in Weatherford, and I was like, man, that's pretty freaking cool.
Yeah, I only showed a handful of people. You were one of them, my man. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I loved what they did with that. That is awesome. And thank you again, Nick, your whole crew over at Simple Alien Productions. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right. So we're going to do some rate my boxes. There's Louie. What's up, Louie? That is pretty cool. That intro it's almost professional. We're trying here, 7 years in. Why not try to be a little professional? You never know who's watching. All right, let's do some rate my boxes. You know all about this, and what's up. All the comments are coming. I appreciate you guys liking that too. That's pretty awesome. You know all about it. You know how the Gooder Gang are. We are our toughest critics. People send in their boxes to be rated, and I think they look great. Then I post them, and the Gooder Gang just shreds them. But the Gooder Gang is always trying to help. They're being very critical. It is loud. Yeah, I kind of noticed that too, but that's cool. Forgot to give you credit on your karaoke skills. So we're gonna post some. Ty is gonna post some on here, and then we're gonna give 10 seconds. You guys check out the pictures, and then you guys rate it. We're going to do a scale of 10, 9, 8, and 7. 10, excellent. 9, very good. 8, fair. And 7 is personal. 7s are personal, people. Every time I get a 7, I'm just like, what the fuck did I do to you? Okay? Because that is a personal score, a 7. All right. Ty, let's put the first one up, my man. All right, Gooder Gang, do your thing. That's obviously a brisket box. 10 is your best score. 10, 9, 8, and 7. Aaron checking in with us 9. Brandon with a 10. The Dude a 9. The 9. Serge, what was your first reaction seeing that one?
I'll give that a 9. My first reaction was a 9 on that.
A lot of 9s. A few 10s, a lot of 9s. I honestly, I probably would give it a 9 as well. It just looked, and it's hard to tell, right? But it kind of looked a little dry, maybe. That was my thinking. Samuel with a 9. All right, a lot of, for the most part, 9s. What you thinking there, Serge? Looking at it again.
Well, I see that it looks like a probe hole on the top. I mean, that's little, and then that bottom slice, how that fat's kind of chewed up on the bottom. I don't know if it's.
And again, we are very critical. We are very critical here, but that whole right side,
yeah,
I would have just chopped that off. And that's my help to whoever posted this one. I would have just chopped that off and left it out because it looks messy. Everything from the left to the right looks great until you get to the very end, and everything out on the right side looks a little messy.
Yeah. My eye goes directly to that probe hole on top and that bottom fat.
Hot Shot, what is up, man? That's a new watcher to the show. Welcome to the Gooder Gang. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hot Shot BDP. I'd eat it. Yeah, definitely I'd eat it.
It's good. Yeah, definitely it's good.
I'd definitely eat it. We're just trying to help these people get a 10 when they present. All right, let's go to the next one. Louis sent me something. All right, I will post that, Louis. Ooh. This is the first time I'm seeing that one. I like it. I like it a lot. I like there was no wingtip on there. Hashtag team no wingtip. All right, what do you guys think? 8 for missing the wingtip, Brandon. All right, let's see what we got here. 8. Ooh, 10, 10, 8. ZZ Top Fan, please explain. Uwe, please explain. 9. Michelle with a 9. A little dry. I don't know about that. 10, 9, 9. Okay, if you give it an 8, just give a simple explanation as to why. To me, that chicken, can I see that chicken again, Ty, please?
I'll give it a 10.
Y'all might have heard me say this on the show. I'm not a big fan of the grill marks. However, it fucking wins, right? We've seen Bill win first place chicken at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. So it obviously is appealing. That's a 10 for me all day long. I'm sorry. I don't know.
Yeah. I say 10
don't
also.
like tiger strap. Okay.
Those
there
grill
is.
marks on the.
Some people are just like, if they see it, like ZZ Top Fan, that's a risk, man. Some people like ZZ Top Fan, if he sits there and he sees that, he's already like, I'm out. Done. Don't like the tiger stripe. And he just said, I don't like that there's no wingtip. So that's a risk if you're going to go team no wingtip. That's a risk you might take. To me, I've said it on the show, it presents a full breast. To me, it looks great. You're not missing anything. In fact, there's a chance you could burn the wingtip. So anyway, wingtips matter. All right, there we go. All right, next one. What do you think about that, Serge? You're a photographer. You like to see appealing things. What do you think about the wingtip?
No, I'm team no wingtip.
Okay, team no wingtip.
So they don't look very appetizing. So whenever you open it up, whenever you cut that wingtip, it opens it up. You see the whole breast, see everything, and you don't see a wingtip that nobody's gonna eat. You know what I mean?
Exactly. It's just there for my good friend Josh from Sure at Barbecue. He thinks it. He goes, it looks like it's disabled. When he doesn't see a wingtip, it's like that's disabled. I got you, Aaron. I got you. All right, let's see here. Bottom looks like it's missing some sauce. I did see that too, but I wasn't gonna kill it for that. All right, sear marks are too wide. Okay, Coyote Cookers with a big first place rib at Weatherford. Perfect score. First place rib. Congratulations, Sergio Chapa and the whole team over at Coyote Cookers. All right, let's get the next one. I have a feeling what the Gooder Gang's gonna do to this one. We'll see. We will see what's going on here. All right, 9, 9, 8 from Buzz, 7 Michelle, an accomplished cook right there. She's giving it a 7. 8 from Carlos. 9. All right, again, if you are giving it an 8, just give a simple explanation as to why. And again, we are seasoned cooks. We know what's going on here. Nietzsche, what's up, bub? We know what's going on here. Tom with a 9. Someone forgot to wipe the TQ. There's the comment that I was waiting for right there. Someone forgot to wipe. There it is. The TQ. Yeah, it's a little much when you can see it coming around, especially if you see it on the fat, which you didn't see it here. But if you see it on the fat, you definitely know what's going on. So as a cook, we know what we're seeing there. So I would give that at least a 9. I wouldn't give it a 10. But again, a lot of these judges don't realize that. They see that and they're like, holy shit, look at that smoke ring, and they're cool with it. They're actually probably going to score it pretty good. Some people may be like, that's not a real smoke ring. So you never know. You never know. 8, dry, needs a better knife. Also, no tender quick. Yeah. All right. So you see the red on the sides there. That's a clear indication, especially if it's on the bottom. That's a definite. And then that's like a, I don't know, 1/4 inch smoke ring. More than that, maybe a 1/2 inch. No, it's not a 1/2 inch, but it's a deep smoke ring. All right, next one, Ty, please. Another chicken, another hashtag Team No Wing tip. I love a breast forward chicken.
Give that a 9.
I can't fault that. I love the fact that they left the sauce to bake in a little bit on that. I'm going to give that one 10 as well. 9, 8, 8. The bark is. Oh, we're talking about we're talking about brisket still. All right, chicken though. The dude 10, 8, 9, 9, 9, 9, 10 if it had a tip. Fucking Jared. 9 disabled bird. 8 ZZ Top fan just does not like that. 8.5. There's no 8.5, Michelle. 9 for deformity. I don't know if you guys are being serious or not, but y'all may be serious. Hey, that's a risk you take if you're going to go hashtag Team No Wing Tip. But that's a good looking bird, to me. I don't like a very overly sauced bird like the one I showed at Weatherford. I wish I could have let that set a little longer, but the chicken was already done. I didn't want to risk overcooking it just to set the sauce. That to me looks good, looks appealing. I like the pepper flakes on that one. That's a 10 all day for me. All right. Next one, Mr. Ty. Looks like a CW brisket. Oh, that's a good looking pork box. Full of medallions. Serge already said 10 all day. All right, y'all rate the pork box. Gooder Gang, do your thing. Just a tip. What's up, Brian? Brian Underwood in the house. I gotta add a couple of more for Ty. All right, we got, I don't know how many we got, Ty, but I think I just added 3 more, and then then I'll be done here. All right, sorry, Ty, let's pull that down. 999. I like it. All right, comments. Let's see what we got here. 10, 10, 10. I can't fault that box at all. Daughter said solid, said 9. The pork isn't even. Wow, she's rougher than the okay. Louis says the same thing. 10, 10, 10. That's a 10 all day for me. What do you think, sir? You already said it was a 10, right? All right. 10, 10. All right, next box, please. It is pretty as shit, no doubt.
Yeah, it's a beautiful box.
my only, I don't know if that's a filter or not, but my only question is how much sauce is on that brisket. 10, 9, KCBS 9. Okay, yeah, okay. Are we doing KCBS here? 10, 9 is the best score here. 10, Andy. All right, brisket candy. 10, 9. All right. That's my only question. It's beautiful, no doubt. It's perfect. What do we got here? We got 7 slices and 6 perfectly cut burnt ends. KCBS. All right.
Yeah.
All right. 10. Thing of beauty. I just, you can't, the slices look red. And I don't know if that's a filter or not. And I'm not being overcritical because I would probably still give it a 9. That's a beautiful box. And I can't wait to eat it. But that's a lot of sauce.
Yeah, I gave that a 9.
I give it a 9. I thought sure. Was KCBS 9. Also. That's a KCBS 9. A little heavy on the sauce. Easy top fan. All right, Ty, next one, please, sir. All right, so this is an unsanctioned contest. And I think I just let the cat out of the bag here. But those are 8 ribs. Pretend it's in a box. That definitely would probably get you a reserve grand champion.
I can't see nothing wrong with it. I'll give it a 10.
I'd give that a 10 too. That's some bass boating. Too much sauce on this. Are you talking about the brisket or the ribs there, Manuel? This is Dee Dee's box. I already let the cat out of the bag. Yes, 9, 10. All right. I can't fault this. This is a 10 for me. The perfectly symmetrical, laid out there. That's a 10 box for me. All right. RGC out of 3. Love it. There he is right there. That's an RGC box. I 100% totally agree there. RGC box. I think we got one more box, Ty. I don't know. You tell me, Ty. Max in the house. What's up, Sons of Smoke? ¿Qué onda, Gooder Gang? What's up, Bubba? How are you? All right, here we go. That's a 10 is your perfect score. The Dude Barbecue with a 10. 8, 10 from Brandon. 10. 8. This is all over the place, man. We got 10s or 8s. Not too many 9s in the house. That's a mess, says Uwe Braun. 8, Jackie Milligan in the house. All right, this is the last box of the day, I think, Ty. Is that true? You can shake your head, yes or no. I can see you.
Yes.
All right, last box of the night. All right, leave it up there, Ty, and let's see what the Gooder Gang says. All right, I'm going to scroll up. I'm not going to highlight anybody, but a lot of 8s, some 10s. What do you think, Serge? 8 for the spaghetti.
I give it a 9. I mean, it looks really good. It's a little not uniform, but I mean, it looks good. It's good to me.
And again, if you want to claim your box there, you are welcome to. I'm going to give that a 9 out of 10. And the only reason is I would actually like to see the bacon on the bottom bunched up a little more and make it into a uniform instead of just kind of laid out there. I would have liked to seen it, bunched up. Where my hands at? Bunched up a little bit and kind of, made into like a little nice little mound. And then that was it. I'd give that a 9. It's not a 10 to me. How about it?
So Rob.
All right, let's pull that down, Ty.
Could you have Ty pull up that chicken box I sent you so the Gooder Gang can? I'd like to see what they think of that.
I may not have put it in there. Let me see, Ty. Oh, you're gonna claim it off the get.
Yeah.
All right, let me put it up there for you, Ty. Ty's been deleting as we go, which I appreciate. All right, so we're going to have Serg's box. You know, the cat is out of the bag.
I've analyzed that box, and I know what I don't like about it.
Well, this is a good box to look at. This is a great box to look at. All right, we got one more box, guys. Let me put it up there for Ty, and Ty will post it.
I get all my box ideas from the Rate My Box segment. So
I like it, dude. That's great. This is why we do it, man. And like I mentioned before, my wife had said, she's an event rep. She said the improvement of boxes has been big time since we started this segment. We started this segment last May. So we're almost a year in. Or was it 22? When did we start this? I don't know. It's been a little while now. It's been over a year for sure. All right, so I don't know if it's coming out. So on two different screens, obviously the color shading is a little different there. That one looks really good. But on the one that you sent to me, the wings look a little... They could have used a little more sauce or cook time. They look like they're not done.
I had to rush that cook time on those wings. So my fire started
dying. All right, gang, y'all do your thing to this one right here. This is the chicken box that we just had, and this is obviously Serg's box. Mine was the pork box with all the medallions. Cody, that was great, bro. That was a good box. Keep doing that, Cody. Aaron 98999. That looks damn good. 9. Mine was the ACBS saucy box. No filter. Okay, just sauce. Aaron. 9. Lower left thigh is a bit miss. Okay, I can see that. Misshaped, I think is what he said there. Also, the wings are a bit off color. Yeah. Look off color on the wings. That's what I saw on that as well. What did you think? You said you've been analyzing it.
So those two bottom, I think I have it crooked, that bottom left one, but those two thighs on the bottom were pretty much identical. The top right one was misshapen, and that top wing, I could have fit it in the box. Like it just wouldn't sit in there. So I was running out of time, and I just put it in the box, and that's kind of what I did.
It looks like every single one of them wings from the top down could have like been pushed. They look like they're going at an angle. They could have been straight or. Yeah, I don't like the wing.
Those were big flats, and that's kind of what I had some smaller ones, but I decided to go with the bigger ones, and I was having a hard time fit them in there. So I know for next time that can't go that big.
Hey, you know what? I love it when people claim their boxes, man, because sometimes people are the Gooder Gang is, like I said, we're critical. We're trying to help each other. We're not trying to like beat each other up. We're pointing out what we as competition cooks see. And you've been in this situation. Everybody watching has been in this situation where you're building your box and you're there and it looks great to you. And then when you take a photo and you turn it in and you look at that photo later, you're like, man, I could have done this. I could have shifted this down, or I could have shifted this over a little bit, or I could have touched this one up a little bit like that. So time is important, man. I don't know. I'm the worst one to talk about time because I'm always one of the last ones to turn in. But if you can get ahead of the game, take your time, take a picture of it, look at that photo, and then fix your box. I think you're in better shape there.
Yeah, I agree.
There's another,
and I agree with what Aaron said on that last comment. I was trying to do that, but those flats were way too big to off-center them like that. So I went with what I had. Running out of time. You know how it is.
All right. People are saying we want an after show. We can do an after show in a little bit. Serge, you want to hang out for a little after show?
Sure. Sounds good.
I mean, you're in Midland. What is it, like a 2 hour difference, 2 hour time difference? You're 2 hours behind us?
No.
I'm just kidding. I traveled 9 hours to get there. I felt like I probably went through a couple time zones, but no.
Well, I'm always in New Mexico, so my times are always screwed up anyways.
When does the mountain time start?
It's an hour behind. I think we're
I know,
an
but
hour
when
behind.
is El Paso still Central Time or is it Mountain Time?
I think it's Mountain Time.
I think it's Mountain Time.
Mountain
Yeah, 3 hours west. There's there. All right. Yeah, Ron. I guess he'll be on the after show. We'll see. We shall see. All right. What else we got here? Did I forget to mention anything for you, Serge, before we wrap this up? We're an hour and a half in. We'll keep going.
We're good.
We'll do the after show. If anybody wants to chime in, send myself or Ty a message, and we'll get you in here. I don't know how many people we can have on here, but we'll do a quick little after show. We got about, normally this show goes to 10 o'clock, but we have a little time to get an after show in. All right, just the tip is Mountain Time. There it is. Brandon Perriman checking in. Yeah, El Paso, probably Mountain Time as well. All right, sir. Before we wrap this show up, is there anybody you want to give a special shout out to? People that help your barbecue journey, man.
I mean, really just my wife. I mean, she puts up with my shit. So the whole barbecue thing. I mean, it's all me right now. I don't have any sponsors or anything like that, but it's pretty much it. One man team.
I like it. And you're just starting out, man. This is exciting, man. Again, we've talked about it with DD Barbecue and with Reggie Q, but this is the first time we're actually following up and going and doing a follow team for 2024. So excited to have you as our follow team. And I but I'm hoping for big things, but I really feel like I got a good eye for who's doing it and who's going to study and do their due diligence and kick ass and produce wins. You already did it in Weatherford. 14th overall in that field is solid, bro. Real solid.
Appreciate it, Rob.
Absolutely. All right. Well, next week on the show, real quick shout out. Last week we had Tim and Jackie Milligan, or 2 weeks ago. Last time I did a show was Tim and Jackie Milligan from Team Chupacabra. They finished first place brisket, first place ribs. Outstanding. That's crazy. And we had the co-host Tony Tanache. Next week on the show, we're bringing Danielle Bennett, Diva Q. She's going to be she's our guest next week. Diva Q, we haven't had her on in a few years, so we're going to have Danielle Bennett, Miss Diva Q. She's coming off some big traveling. She's a big social media influencer. You guys remember her from, if you guys have watched any of the Barbecue Pit Masters, she's been on those. She's done it all. Danielle is going to be back on the show next week. I'm excited to have her. And then it's going to be awesome. So I'm excited to have her. And I got somebody lined up 2 weeks from now, but I can't announce that yet because it's not confirmed. But I'm excited to have Danielle on next week. DVQ is going to be on next week. Shout out to Serge. Say your name again, your last name.
Gracida.
All right, there it is right there. Serg Gracida checking in from Midland, Texas, right? Odessa. People from Midland don't want to be called Odessa. People from Odessa don't want to be called Midland. Is that true?
Yeah, pretty much. I don't want to be called Odessa. I still don't claim it. I'm still from the valley. So.
Oh, real quick. Yeah. What's the one thing you miss about the valley?
The water. And of course,
I heard don't drink the water.
Yeah, you don't want to drink that water. A little salty.
The valley is anything south of Bucky's and Wharton. You know that, right?
Yeah. I've heard that.
You've heard that. It's not true. All right. Well, Serge, thank you, man. I appreciate you coming on the show. This is the first time on here. Again, you're going to be on a couple times, maybe 3 times before the end of the year. It's great to have you as our follow team. I'm excited to track your journey and see how you do. I'm excited to see, some of these bigger contests or whatever contest you do. I think you're going to do big things. I'm excited to have you on here. And if you ever need any help or anything, you got the Gooder gang behind you. We're all going to be following you. And don't feel like it's any pressure, nothing like that. But we're here to help, man, for sure. There's Rini Gonzalez checking in. What was that? You missed something right there?
The Super Red Burritos. So I live right there. I mean, that's just a thing. It's a Raymondville thing.
It's a Raymondville, Odessa water.
Yeah, it's a Raymondville thing. And that's the truth about Odessa water.
Hot Shot, thank you for tuning in, man. We got somebody here. It's a new Gooder Gang member. I appreciate you checking in. All right. Well, Serge, it's great to have you on. I'm excited to have you as our follow team. I love the hat. You look great in it, by the way.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for supporting our show. Like I mentioned earlier, you watched every show. You said to me you watched everything out there. He'll be on Chicken Fried with Chicken Fried after he GCs the ATX Showdown. Oh, look at Louis calling his shot. That would be his first GC. I'm hoping to see it, Louis. Well, I'm hoping to see it. Jared McCrory says, Serge, if we are ever at the same cook-off, I need about 24 Alsop's burrito. Yeah. You like those?
Yeah, they're okay. They're not super at burritos, but they're okay.
All right. There it is right there. We even took a bit at Ace. What is Aaron saying? All right. So again, shout out to Serge. Thank you very much. We'll bring you down.
So I saw Aaron at the Ace Hardware. He was restocking seasonings, and he saw that I was wearing the cap, and he's like, "Hey," and then we stopped. Yeah, I stopped to talk to him for a little bit. And we took a picture, and he said he would send it to you, but I don't know if he ever did. That's what he was talking about.
He did. I got that one. Aaron's great about doing something like that. You didn't know Aaron before that?
Me?
Yeah.
I met him a couple times. I think the first time I met him was in Andrews when last year when I decided I was gonna cook it, but I was like, you know what? There's plenty of time for cook-offs, and I just wasn't gonna rush into it, so I decided to go judge that one, and I judged all 4 meats to kind of get a profiles and to see what people were turning in. So at that contest is when I met Aaron for the first time. So
awesome. All right. Well, Serge, again, I'm excited to see your progress. We're excited to check in on you. And thank you for being the follow team for 2024. And again, it's got Hog Addiction. Oh, shit. Is that Marcio? Thank you for being the follow team for 2024. And we'll be checking in two times at minimum, but probably 3 times. And definitely at the end of the year after the Uvalde cook-off, the Briscoe Ranch cook-off at the Crossroads. Stick around if you want to hang out. We're going to do a little after show with Aaron. All right. And anybody that wants to join you. Oh, it is Marcio. What's up, Bubba? How are you, man? All right. That's a world champion right there. Checking in Hog Addiction. All right, Sergio, we'll drop you down and then I'll wrap up this show and we'll get Case to close us out. All right, Ty, come on in here real quick.
I'm here, sir.
Man. What'd you think of that, sir?
That's good. I feel like I'm a little bit rusty from being off for a couple of weeks, so sorry about that.
No, you did great, man. You always do a great job, man. You always do a great job. I said more of Ty is best for the Gooder Gang. We need to hear more of Ty. For those that don't know, Triple Threat Vets podcast. There it is, right there. You can find him on Thursday night, tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Check him out. They do an amazing job, man. They talk to obviously veterans, but things that they go through that can relate. I loved hearing, some of the stuff you have, from your officers talking about your, people under it can relate to being a manager, which I am as well. So a lot of relatable stuff. It's a great podcast. Your crew does a great job over there. Matt, was it AJ? Who are the guys on there?
We got Matt Johnson's a retired senior chief in the Army. We got Scott Blake's a retired chief from the Navy, Matt Johnson of the Navy. And then Al Hero is a retired senior chief from the Navy. And I'm the lone Army guy, but you got to have 3-to-1 ratio for Navy to Army guys to make sure I keep them in line. So
I didn't realize it was his actual name. I thought he just said Al Hero.
Oh no, that's his name.
That's his name. How appropriate. That's pretty cool, man. We'll if anybody wants to come in, send me a message and we'll try and get you in if we do a quick after show. It's not gonna be long because it's already 9:40. But Ty, let's get Case to wrap this up. For producer Ty, my name is Robert Rocha. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll have Case close us out. Let's go, Ty. Next week again, Danielle.
Are we actually going to close this out, and you're going to do a new one for the after show?
No, we won't. We won't close this out. Wait, we have to, right? You have to end the stream. You have to end the stream.
Yeah, I got to end it. Yeah. Okay,
end the stream. All right.
Here we go.
Good night to all of you wonderful people in Barbecue Nation, you too, California.